With declining birth rates and an aging population, the transfer of wealth between generations is slowing and affecting major changes in when and how inheritance happens. These demographic shifts are affecting the asset markets and financial sectors, resulting in new ways of transferring and managing wealth.
저출산과 고령화가 심해지면서 부의 세대 교체가 늦어지고 상속 시기와 방법에도 큰 변화가 생기고 있습니다. 이런 인구 변화가 자산 시장과 금융 산업에 영향을 미치면서 부의 이전과 관리 방식도 새롭게 변하고 있습니다.
So normally, when parents die, they would pass all of their belongings and all of their money on to their children. But if there are no children there, what are they going to do? So
Where does it go?
Exactly. So we're coming up with all kinds of creative new ways. There's charitable giving, which is great, giving your money to charity or to people in need, which is a great way, I think, to change it from an inheritance-based system, maybe to help more people on a broader scale. Or you could put it in a pet trust is
Pet
another
trust.
way.
Okay, so they are your other children, aren't they?
Right.
If you don't have human children, you might have pet children.
Yeah, sometimes known as fur babies.
Fur babies, I like that term. Fur babies.
Yeah.
네, 털이 있는 아가들이라는 뜻이죠. 네, 이제 고령층가 아니라 전 세계적인 저출산과 고령화가 부의 흐름에 큰 변화를 주고 있는데요. 이제 자녀가 없는 분들이 많기 때문에 이제 보통은 자녀에게 갈 inheritance, 유산이 다른 곳에도 가고 있는데 예를 들어서 charity, 자선단체에도 가고 또는 fur baby, pet, 그러니까 반려동물에게도 간다고 합니다.
Right. There are a lot of concerns, of course, with the falling population in Korea, but it can create some opportunities as well because there is so much wealth in the older generation. For people with kind of a sharp eye for business, you might be able to buy a business or pick up something where somebody left off and then be able to grow it with new eyes and with a fresh sort of look from the younger generation.
So when you say pick it up from where they left off, they have left it because they don't have children who want to carry that business?
Right, and they're maybe reaching retirement age and don't want to keep working. And they don't have anywhere to give their business to or to hand it off to. So you might be able to get into a business that already has a customer base, that already has a long reputation. So there are opportunities there as well.
네, 이렇게 고령화 사회에서 또 다른 비즈니스 기회가 있다고도 말씀해 주셨는데요. 이렇게 고령화 사회가 있으면 we are seeing changes in the demographic, aren't we?
We certainly are. So demographics basically means the structure of society. So changes in demographics means that the way that society looks, the way that the population, the characteristics of a population looks are changing.
네, 우리가 demographic이라고 하면은 그 인구의 구조를 뜻하는 거기 때문에 demographic shifts라고 하면 인구 구조의 변화라는 뜻입니다. 그러니까 예를 들어서 어떤 population의 성별, 나이, 예를 들어서 종교
네.
이런 분포가 바뀐다는 것을 뜻하죠. demographic shifts.
Right, we were talking about shifts before, so here it comes again. Demographic shifts. Demographic shifts are affecting the asset markets and financial sectors.
And the next key word.
Well, this all is going to affect inheritance, which of course means when wealth is passed from one generation on to the next, which becomes an issue if there is no next generation. So your inheritance is the wealth that you would receive from the older generation, usually when they die.
네, 그래서 inheritance는 유산이라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 inheritance tax라고 하면 뭐 상속세가 되고요. What was the sentence in the article?
It was in this article that I have right here in front of me because the population crisis is affecting major changes in when and how inheritance happens.
네, 유산이 어느 시점에 일어날지가 바뀐다는 뜻이 되겠습니다.
Right.
And the word asset.
Right? An asset is basically something that you own that is your financial asset. Can't use asset in the description.
Right. Yes, that's not the best way to describe a word, to use that word in the description.
I'm just reading this message from Hamin Kim. Is this your first show? I can't believe you guys are doing so well and smoothly. Great job. And of course, that made me immediately start stumbling over my words.
네, 칭찬을 해주시니까 기분이 너무 좋아서 지금 흐름을 약간 놓쳤다고 합니다. 네, 칭찬에 약한 우리 리치 쌤. 네, 계속해서 칭찬해 주세요.
So
네.
here we go. An asset is a useful or a valuable thing. Could also be a person or it could be a quality.
Yeah.
Like your smile is a big asset to you and to our show.
Oh, thank you very much. 네, asset은 자산이라는 뜻인데 꼭 금융 자산일 필요는 없습니다. It doesn't necessarily have to be a financial asset.
Right.
네, asset은 자산입니다. So here is the news once again. With declining birth rates and an aging population, the transfer of wealth between generations is slowing and affecting major changes in when and how inheritance happens. These demographic shifts are affecting the asset markets and financial sectors, resulting in new ways of transferring and managing wealth.
The Sagrada Familia, one of Spain's most iconic landmarks, has been vandalized by environmental activists during a climate protest. Their aim was to criticize the government's inaction on climate change, but defacing the global architectural treasure has drawn strong backlash.
스페인의 대표적인 문화유산 사그라다 파밀리아 성당이 환경단체의 시위로 훼손됐습니다. 기후 변화 대응을 비판하기 위한 행동이었지만 세계적 건축물에 페인트를 뿌린 방식은 논란을 키우고 있습니다.
Right, it's an environmental group called the Future Plants who have actually done a lot of destruction like this in order to draw attention to climate change and what they see as inaction in facing it. So, but
This is not their first time.
no, absolutely not. But no one's really that keen on their protest because, of course, these are major cultural landmarks that are very close to many people's hearts.
네, 미래 식물이라고 불리는 환경단체 소속 활동가 2명이 이제 페인트 시위를 했는데요. 이 미래 식물이라는 단체는 이렇게 문화유산 또는 작품에 vandalism,
Right, absolutely.
spraying paint on something.
Yeah.
네, 그런 활동을 많이 했기 때문에 이미 반대하는 파도 많다고 합니다.
Right, so this happened at Sagrada Familia. Have you ever seen it?
Oh, I have seen it. It is on my top 5
beautiful.
list of the most beautiful architecture.
Right, of course. The project of the famous Spanish architect Antoni Gaudi, and it's been under construction for an extremely long time.
Very, very long time.
Construction started in 1882 and has continued obviously for over a century. But apparently, they've said this before, but apparently it's going to be coming to an end next year. So we'll look forward for that if that actually happens.
네, 그래서 훼손된 건축물은 바로 스페인의 사그라다 파밀리아. 이거는 가우디의 대표작이기도 하고 갈 때마다 계속 아직도 이제 보수를 하고 계속 짓고 있는 그 사그라다 파밀리아인데요. 내년에 완공이 된다고 합니다. It's going to be complete next year.
Well, let's hope so. They've said that before, so it's not 100% certain. But the group was concerned especially with what they saw as lack of action in response to wildfires in Spain. We heard a lot about the crazy wildfires in Europe this summer. Also happens in Canada increasingly. In Korea, we've had some extremely bad wildfires lately. So
Right.
it's definitely a serious issue that needs to be addressed.
네, 그래서 기후 변화 대응을 충분히 하지 않았다. inaction을 비판하고 있는데 기후 변화 중에서도 이제 산불 대응이 미흡했다라면서 이제 건축물에 페인트를 뿌린 겁니다.
네, so we were talking about vandalism or something being vandalized.
What
in
does it
this
mean to
story.
vandalize something?
It means to destroy it, basically, or damage it, or deface it, you can also say.
sure.
So the noun is vandalism, the verb is vandalize. So they chucked paint all over the Sagrada Familia, so that means it has been vandalized.
네. vandalize, 훼손하다라는 뜻입니다. 무언가를 망치다라는 뜻도 되는데요. 유의어로는 deface, 가 있습니다. So they have vandalized Sagrada Familia. 네, 사그라다 파밀리아 성당이 훼손됐습니다. 라는 뜻이죠. Here's the news once again. The Sagrada Familia, one of Spain's most iconic landmarks, has been vandalized by environmental activists during a climate protest. Their aim was to criticize the government's inaction on climate change, but defacing the global architectural treasure has drawn strong backlash.
This summer's alternating heat waves and heavy rainfall have led to a decrease in the mosquito population in Seoul. But as temperatures let up in early autumn, mosquito activity is predicted to pick up once more.
부후! 올여름 폭염과 집중호우가 반복되면서 서울 지역 모기 개체 수가 줄어든 것으로 나타났습니다. 하지만 초가을 기온이 적당해지면서 모기 활동이 다시 활발해질 것으로 보입니다. That is terrible news.
I hope that doesn't actually happen because fall is, of course, one of the best seasons in Seoul, if not the best season in Seoul. So hopefully we're not going to be scratching our way through it this year.
네, 이 prediction이 틀리길 바랍니다. So one of the expressions that we saw was let up. What does it
Let
mean to let up?
Up. Well, it's been very hot lately, as everybody knows, but temperatures do let up in the early autumn and later autumn and then become freezing. But to let up means to become less intense or to ease.
So does it
ease
mean
up.
colder or hotter? Or does it not
Less
matter?
hot.
Less hot.
The cold temperatures will be picking up, which means to be rising, or mosquito activity is predicted to be picking up. So picking up is the opposite of letting up.
Okay. So let up은 어떤 게 이제 intensity가 줄어든다라는 뜻인데요. 이제 여름의 더위를 얘기를 한다면 이제 조금 더 선선해진다라는 뜻이 되겠고 겨울의 추위를 얘기를 할 때 let up이라고 하면은 조금 더 따뜻해진다라는 뜻이 되겠죠. 그러니까 어떤 intensity가 줄어든다라는 뜻이 됩니다.
How about you? I bet mosquitoes like you. Do you get a lot of mosquito bites usually?
I do. How did you know? And the worst place to get mosquito bites is where? On your toes.
Or fingers, yeah.
Yes.
Right, absolutely. You know, mosquitoes are actually extra sneaky in Korea. In Canada, the mosquitoes are big and fat and they're kind of easy to kill if you see them. But Korean ones are sneaky. They're a little bit smaller and they're very hard to catch.
Very hard to catch, and they are smart. They take the
They're
elevator
smart.
with you.
Right. Up to your
Your
apartment,
floor,
and
yeah.
then they wait outside your door for when that door opens.
Right.
Because there's screens on all the windows, but they're sneaking in through the front door.
네, 한국 모스키토는 조금 스니키하다라고
그렇죠.
말했는데요. 캐나다의 모기는 조금 더 이렇게 커서 어디 있는지도 잘 보이고 잡기도 쉬운데 한국 모기는 조금 작고 또 제가 이제 첨언한 거는 너무 똑똑해요. 우리 한국 모기는 엘리베이터도 같이 타가지고 이제 집까지 따라 들어오고 and they get quiet.
They're quiet and they're also quick. They're faster than
They're
Canadian mosquitoes. They're fast and they know how to kind of move in front of something dark so you can't see them.
Yes.
They don't stay in front of a white background. They always move into the darkness.
That's right. 네,
Gotta
빨리빨리
watch out.
민족에 살아가는 모기들은 움직임도 빠릅니다. All right, so those were the headlines. I will give you the news once again. This summer's alternating heat waves and heavy rainfall have led to a decrease in the mosquito population in Seoul. But as temperatures let up in early autumn, mosquito activity is predicted to pick up once more.